Hello Bitsbrood, this is Craig from bitsbox.co.uk here, and in this video I am kitbashing someone else's idea. So I was commissioned to make a Space Wolves Iron Priest and basically combine from the Iron Father Pharos miniature with the Space Wolf Iron Priest and sort of merge them all together. And they wanted me to make one similar to one done by Hobby Waffle, which I'll post a link to their video in the description down below, and do check out their channel. And yeah, so I'm going to be doing that. It's going to be a very similar kit bash. I'm going to add a few other little different bits and pieces, and also at the end of the video you'll actually see it painted as well, so that was also part of the commission. So yeah, let's hit the desk and let's get into it. Okay, so we're going to start with Iron Father Pharos right here, and I've got his body there. So looking at the instructions, we're going to take this body front, but I want to snip some of it down. And I've also got the Space Wolves Iron Priest, so we're going to take a piece from that right here. And the idea is to essentially remove the tabard piece from Iron Father Pharos and replace it with the one from the Space Wolf miniature. So I'm going to chop it across like so. And yeah, hopefully you should be able to add that bit underneath. There might be a little bit of gap filling to do, but it should work alright. But I'm going to start by just gluing that top bit of the body on. And then while that's drying, I can work on the other piece. So I'm going to just chop around like so. I'd like to keep this wolf head piece intact if possible. And we can use that as well. And yeah, a bit of cleanup. There's a lot sort of behind there that needs to be shaved off. I think with a bit of cleanup, a little bit of gap filling, that should go on quite well. So I've also got the weapon here from Iron Father Pharos, and from the Iron Priest we're going to use the hammerhead part. So it's slightly smaller, but I think it'll work okay. As we've seen from the other kitbash between these two miniatures, it did look alright. So I'm chopping the axe head off about there, and then just going to file down the end so it's nice and flat. And then I'll take the hammerhead off right at the top. I'm going to snip away that little bit of cabling as well, so we don't really need that. So with that now glued on, that can go on here, and you can see I've got the little tabard body piece on as well, so I didn't show for some reason. And put the arms together like so. The right shoulder pad is already part of the arm, so we don't have to worry about that, and we'll be working on the other one in a minute. I'm also going to chop this spike off the bottom, and yeah, I want to put a little pelt from the Space Wolf Primaris upgrade kit just hanging off there. See, I've got one here. I'll be using a couple of bits from this upgrade set as well, so give them a few more little Space Wolf features. And that can be glued on the end there. So with that now glued on, I'm going to take this little pouch piece as well. That can go there. It's just a tiny little gap where the sort of pelt tabardy thing went on. So this will cover that up quite nicely, and it just adds another little Space Wolf detail to him. And then we can take the shoulder pad from the Primaris upgrade set as well, and this will go on there quite nicely. So for the backpack, first need to remove the heavy bolter ammo casing, so that can just be snipped off like so. The GW clippers are a bit better for that. And I'm going to take the gun, is it like a frost gun, frost pistol? I'm going to take that off the Space Wolf miniature, and yeah, I'm going to put that on coming off his backpack instead of the heavy bolter. I was just carefully cutting the hand off, and I think that'll sit on there quite nicely. I'm going to put it just to the side of this piece here, And I've kept a little bit of the tubing that comes out of the backpack as well, which will connect onto it quite nicely. I'm just chopping off a little knobbly bit there where the heavy bolter would normally be attached to, but I think we can put that on there like so. We've got the tube going into it, and that sits quite nicely on that bit, so that works out pretty good. So I've got one of the servo arms here, and also got the one from the Space Wolf, and yeah, I'm just going to essentially chop a bit off this one, and then I'll chop a piece off that one as well and try and get them to sort of connect on okay. This isn't perfect, but it works. And yeah, it's going to go on there like so. And yeah, originally I would like to have kept the pipes, but I do think I just end up chopping them off because I just didn't like how they sat, and I think they actually broke as well. So with that on, I do have a base here. This is from Grey Tide Studio. So we're going to chop this piece off his foot and just have him standing up on the base. This was part of the request of the client to use these bases, and why not? They're very nice bases and they go well with the Space Wolves. So yeah, just chopping off around the foot, and yeah, once that's done, he's standing on the base pretty nicely, so I'm quite happy with that. And he's got another little servo arm that's going to go on. I've done no conversion work to this one, it's just going to go on as standard. And we've got the head here, again from the Space Wolf, so a good combination of the two miniatures with just a few extra little Space Wolf extras, and I think it works really well. And just the last thing to do is I've got this little piece from Grey Tide Studios, and that's just going to go around his shin. I was going to say like so, but it seemed to have pinged off. And that'll go around there like that. And again, it's another little Space Wolf thing for him. And yeah, here he is. And yeah, I think he looks really cool. So I was really glad to get this commission. I do enjoy doing them. It's not something I really advertise, but if anyone does want me to make some miniatures for them and kitbash some stuff, then definitely do get in touch. I'm happy to do that and quote a price. For this one, I sourced all the parts myself, but obviously I do charge for that. And of course, while I can't really claim much in regards to this kitbash, as it is based off someone else's kitbash idea, I do hope just the little details I've added in that does make it different enough. But even so, it was enjoyable, and I thought I would make a little video just showing it off anyway. And I've also painted it as well, so that was another part of the commission, was to actually paint it. And commission painting is not something I do very often. I'm happy to do it to a tabletop standard, but anything sort of beyond that, I just don't have the time for, or the skill really, if I'm totally honest. But yeah, it's nice. You won't see very many painted kitbashers on this channel, because I don't normally get around to doing them, but in this one you have, so it was a bit of a treat. So thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. Please do feel free to like and subscribe, and you can leave any comments down below. And all I have to say is thank you so much for watching. I'll see you all again in the next video.